Brand new season of The Bachelorette kicked off last night, and our resident experts, Jill Bell and Andrew Schultz, are going to weigh in. And I think you guys, you're not in agreement yet.
We aren't. There's some crossover, but typically we get competitive about these things, as Andy thinks that he's always right.
I won the national pool of city hosts a couple of years ago.
One time.
That's all I have, really.
I won the pool.
Actually, no, I did. I picked the top one.
I'm going to just back up.
And you cheated, actually.
Go.
We're going to arm wrestle. Okay, my top picks here, you guys, is Andy's on the hunt for love. She has some good contenders, and I think some good quality guys in the mix. So this is the episode where, of course, all the guys try to make their first impressions. It wasn't as dramatic as it typically is, but he certainly made a great first impression. 29-year-old Josh M., a former pro ball player, okay, so familiar territory for Andy. And now she says, I usually date guys like this. Is this really the best choice for me? This is my pick. Chris, 32. He's a farmer from Iowa, and of the mix, I would say he was the most sincere of the bunch.
Oh, yeah.
I get a nice, genuine vibe from him, and I can just see producers waiting for the hometown visit on this guy, right? That would be entertaining. The first impression rose, though, went to Nick, who's a pro golfer, 27 years old, and he said, I don't know what I did to get the first impression rose, but he got it, and that's one of your picks, too, Andy.
No, I don't think he's a pro golfer. The other Nick is. This is Nick V.
Oh, Nick V.
Yeah, now Nick V here is the guy who's soft-spoken and she said is way different than she'd normally look at. That's Markel, who surprised there were cookies, brought a whole cookie buffet, and said, here, I want you to win your heart with cookies.
He's going to be drama later.
And you can see in the previews that Markel hangs out for a while. Excuse me, but Nick V there, I thought he came across as kind of a little milquetoast as far as. She loved him and said it was way off the chart for her.
Yeah.
Nick V.
Your other two picks are?
Dylan. Dylan is the best-looking guy from Boston. Kind of got that slicker hair.
Yeah.
And Cody, the personal trainer, looks like he's a lot of fun. So Cody.
Those
Dylan,
are your
and Nick
picks?
V, top three. Yeah.
No.
You know what's crazy is I picked in The Bachelor in week 3. I picked Nikki as one of my top 3 in week 3.
You're holding on to the past. Wait a second.
Well, because you know what?
Oh.
If I'm Michael Jordan, do you like sweep under my championship wins? No, you don't. Do you think that Messier never talks about his Stanley Cup wins? He does talk about them because they matter.
Winning a Bachelor pool does not equate to winning the Stanley Cup.
They should have let Chris from Emily's season in. He hung outside the gates. They didn't let him in. I usually have a problem with the Bachelorette because there's not a lot of drama. This looks to be drama-packed, but what if, you know.
Andy, you just hijacked all that time, and we couldn't show the most awkward interview to date.
You asked me my opinion.
Maybe we'll post it later.
You know what? I don't even know what either of you are talking about. But you guys are watching The Bachelorette.
We'll be closely watching.
Some of us are watching hockey. Going to talk sports a little bit later on.